When we first met Natalie Snodgrass, she was a senior in high school.
I'd say I'm passionate.
Voted the Pioneer Press Girls Hockey Player of the Year.
Aggressive.
And set the scoring record for Eastview.
Just her drive to be successful.
If first impressions are important, Natalie dominated hers.
And she's just a step or two ahead of everybody else.
Her next steps were collegiate.
Well, I actually hated the recruiting process. I couldn't even figure out where I had chemistry in my big high school, and let alone I had to make a decision to make a college, my new home.
This is an example of an apartment. It's got a kitchen, a laundry room, and 2 bathrooms, as well as the 4 bedrooms.
Luckily, I had kind of a different path where my older sister attended UConn to play hockey.
Snod's 2 goals tonight, how'd that feel?
It felt pretty good.
I remember going and visiting her and watching her games, having just weekend trips to UConn. I think when it finally came down to making a decision, I kind of just made it in a sense of what was comfortable to me. I'm also just really glad I did, because those were the best 5 years I had.
In those 5 years, Natalie settled in with the Huskies.
Snodgrass in on net, and she scores!
And set another school scoring record.
5-0 for Natalie Snodgrass!
But with the end of the season looming, for the first time, she was faced with a hockey unknown. What was the next step?
When my season ended in March of last year, I had this panic button of I don't know what to do. I don't know if I want to grow up. I don't know what I want to be. Ultimately, I just made the best decision for me, which was coming back home and playing for the Minnesota Whitecaps.
That's right, the Minnesota Whitecaps, professional hockey.
What a shot by Natalie Snodgrass!
It was off to a rough start, right back to living in your childhood bedroom and being roommates with your parents all over again.
I love 3-on-2s.
For a female hockey player, turning pro paints a slightly different scene than their male counterparts heading to the NHL.
Well done, Liz.
Unfortunately, the league isn't quite as sustainable this year as it might be in the future. So a lot of girls on my team do have additional jobs.
It is the best class in the land.
For me, I have a part-time job at an elementary school as a paraprofessional.
You started here.
So I work at the same school as my mom.
If it's a Wildcat, do you want it at your house? No. The rule in school is that they have to call her Miss Natalie because that's her school name. But they always hear me say, "Hi, Nat." So then I said, okay, so in this classroom, you can call her Nat. So they love being able to say, "Hi, Nat." "Hey, Nat."
Nancy and her husband, Joe, are consistent supporters of their children. All 3 played Division I hockey.
We always had to travel and plan ahead to see the kids play. And actually, Nat's senior year, I worked part-time so that I could have Fridays off because I wanted to be able to celebrate the end, and then it wasn't the end, so.
And now I'm back.
Yes, she is.
Oh, she's back, all right.
As a big slap shot fired, happy 24th birthday to you!
From birthday hat tricks to becoming an all-star with the Whitecaps to playing in the rivalry series for Team USA, Natalie's recent success on the ice is celebrated by her family.
Anytime I think you get to represent your country, it's a wow moment. I remember saying to her, believe in yourself, because we do.
And they aren't the only fans believing in Natalie.
After the game, I've seen, little girls buy my jersey and they've come up to me and want my autograph. So it's been really cool to have that effect on young kids. And I never thought that I could, be that inspiration for them. And it's humbling. I think that it needs to happen more. And hopefully we can grow our game, that this can be a sustainable job. So that's the goal, and that's why we do it.
I hope they got that on camera.
But for now, the need for a second job is a blessing for Natalie.
And how many is this?
It means more time mentoring in the kindergarten classroom that was once her own, alongside her mom, who is retiring this spring.
You ready for the next page? You know what it's going to start with.
Like a game-winning goal, that is a storybook ending.
It's a full circle moment, and it's been really fun and really special to even just be in the same building with her, just kind of watch her soak it all in and just
be moved by these students and just to kind of share this moment this last year has been really special.
That was really nice.
Teachers are heroes.